Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to McDonough Park in Geneva, New York, where the Geneva Red Wings are taking on the visiting Niagara Falls Americans. If you hear somebody else in the background, that's the visiting broadcaster in the booth next door. Not much we can do about that. It's just how the cards have been given to us. The Red Wings have their first win streak of the year. They won 2 last night against the Newark Pilots at Colburn Park. So as the Americans are the visiting team, they will bat first. Going through the starting lineup. Batting first in center field, Grant Moore. Batting second in right field, Evan Core. Batting third, the extra hitter, Ethan Madison. Batting cleanup, the catcher, Paul Delanto. The DH batting fifth, Dalton Harper. The second baseman batting sixth, Ian Wang. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Graydon Miller. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Brady Bowles. At shortstop, the number 9 hitter, Alan Ramos. And rounding out the Americans lineup, batting 10th and in left field, Tommy Mathay. Starter today for the Red Wings will be the right-hander, Dawson Thomas. So here is Grant Moore, the center fielder, batting leadoff for the Americans. So Thomas is ready. Moore is ready. First pitch is out, and it is a called strike on the outer third. Ball and a strike on the leadoff hitter, Moore. Americans have won the last 4 games. They've scored 8.5 runs on average in those games. That fastball is called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2 on Moore. Thomas looks in, gets his sign. Moore calls time. The 1-2 from Thomas. Lifted in the air out to center field. Briggs drifts back, settles under it. 1 down. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Count 0-2 on Evan Core. First pitch fastball Went with the breaking ball to follow it. What will he go with here? Swing and a miss. Got him with the high heat. 2 down. So Thomas picks up his first strikeout of the day. This is upstairs on the first pitch to Madison. Missed in the same spot. 2-0 to Madison. Two balls and a strike to the 3-hole hitter, Ethan Madison. Thomas kicks and deals. Missed upstairs, 3-1. Popped up. Shallow left field. Turner ranges in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Great start for Thomas here in the top of the first. Red Wings due up. Here is the leadoff hitter and a designated hitter today, Zach Banks. Banks having an excellent season so far. He has been a bright spot on this Red Wings team, batting .458. He has over a 500 on base percentage, sitting at .534. .688 slugging percentage. 2-0 to Zach Banks. Righty Blandino sets on 2-0, missed upstairs. Luke Blandino, the righty starting pitcher today for the visiting Americans. So Banks in a 3-0 count to lead off. Will he have the green light? He will not. He'll take down the middle for strike one. 3 balls and a strike on Zach Banks. Here's the 3-1. Ripped down the right field line. Foul. Into the home bullpen. So count full on Banks. Here's the payoff from Blandino. Lifted in the air out to right field and deep. Core chasing, and he will make the catch at the warning track for the first out. Banks got a hold of that one, just missed it.
He said yesterday he homered it. He homered. Yeah, exactly. Behind the plate. First pitch, swinging on this. Playing golf, bro. Playing golf.
First pitch, a swinging strike to the shortstop, Chase Fogg. Called strike on the outer third, so Fogg quickly down 0-2. Two straight fastballs for Blandino. See if he goes to the off speed here, trying to get Fogg to chase on 0-2. Center fielder Moore takes one step back and settles under it. 2 down. Here is Aiken Santana getting his first look at Blandino today. Santana batting .410 with a .478 on base percentage on the season. 16 hits in 39 at bats for the junior infielder. Missed low, caught the plate just below the zone. 2-0 to Santana.
We played, I think, 9 straight road games. I'll probably throw Saturday. Probably, I don't know. Does that do Sunday?
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Santana. Ground ball to the left side. Spinning grab by Miller. And an accurate throw to gun down Santana. So 1-2-3 inning for Blandino. Scoreless first. Paul Delanto, the cleanup hitter, and catching tonight, leading off here in the top of the second inning for the Niagara Falls Americans. Chopped to third. Madrid fields, fires on the run. In time. Nice play by Jaden Madrid. 2 pitches, 1 out. Here is Dalton Harper. Takes upstairs for ball 1. The 2-0 pitch from Thomas. Cut on and missed. 2-1. So both Dawson Thomas and Luke Blandino check swing, appeal to first. He did not go around, says the first base umpire. From up here, it looked like he did not go. As I was saying, Dawson Thomas and Luke Blandino both retired the sides in order. Thomas at risk of losing that streak here on the 3-1. Ripped down the line, foul. Count moves to full after the foul ball. Thomas, the payoff pitch, hits him on the elbow guard, just barely nicks him. Would have been ball 4 either way. So Harper works a walk, and the Americans have their first base runner of the day. Here is Ian Wang. Takes inside for ball 1. So let's go third to first and introduce you to your starting infield for the Red Wings. Madrid at third. Typically he plays second base. Today he gets a start at third, and he made a dazzling play on the run for the first out of this inning. Fogg playing shortstop, Burcroft at second base, Santana at first. Thomas, the starter on the mound, and Barron doing the catching duties today. Out and left is Turner, center field, Briggs, and in right field is Benton. The designated hitter today is Zach Banks, and the extra hitter, Michael Ucci. Thomas misses outside and is at risk of walking Ian Wang here. Count 3-0. That pitch in there for a strike on 3-0. Count moves to 3-1. Checks on the runner at first. Count 3-1 on Ian Wang. Pitch. The runner takes off from first. Barron eats it as Wang works a walk. Now will bring up the first baseman, Graydon Miller. So men on first and second here. Americans threatening here in the top of the second inning. Graydon Miller will get his first look at Dawson Thomas. Cut on and miss. Strike one. Snap throw to first. Oh, it was a close play. Home field. The second umpire near second base must not have gotten a good look at it. Great tag by Santana. Looked quick. Nonetheless, runner still on first and second. Count 1-1 on Miller at the plate. Great throw by Barron. Popped up. Santana makes the call in foul territory. It'll come back to fair territory. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Here's the right-handed hitter, Brady Bowles, men on first and second, 2 down. Called strike. So he goes outside with the fastball for strike one. Now he goes inside, so covering the entire plate, making it difficult for Bowles here, getting his first look off Thomas. Count 0-2 on Bowles. Let's see what Thomas goes to here. He's showing him 2 fastballs. 2 men on, 2 outs in the inning. The pitch misses outside, 1-2. Thomas stares in, gets his sign on 1-2. The righty deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bowles down on strikes to end the inning. Second strikeout for Thomas. And he works into and out of trouble. Red Wings due up in the bottom of the second. Back here in Geneva, New York, at McDonough Park, the visiting Niagara Falls Americans are scoreless through 2 innings. Red Wings leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second is the extra hitter Michael Uchi. Takes outside for ball 1. Fouled back. 1-1. One grounded to third. Miller fields and fires, 1 down. Here is the catcher, Zane Barron. Barron grounds it to short. Ramos, 2 down. Blandino working quickly here in the bottom of the second. Here is Dylan Briggs. One and one on Briggs. Let's go third to first here. Sorry for the late start. Third to first, Miller at third, Ramos at short. At second base, Wang. At first is Miller. Blandino on the bump, and catching is Delanto. Brushes Briggs off. It's 2-1. Excuse me, 3-0. Out in left, Mathey. In center field is Moore. In right field is Core. The designated hitter today is Harper, and the extra hitter is Madison. 3-0, misses low and away. Briggs hustling down to first. Here is Elijah Benson, as the Red Wings have their first base runner of the day. Briggs gets on via the walk. Misses low, ball 1 to Benson. Pitch is in there for a strike. Blandino gets back to the zone after throwing 5 straight balls. So 2 balls and a strike on the 7-hole hitter in right field today, Elijah Benson. Briggs off first, and he was running on the pitch. Benson fouled it off. Count 2-2. Briggs had that base stolen. Blandino sets on 2-2. Kicks and fires. Missed outside. Great stop back there by Delanto to hold Briggs on first. Count moves to full on Elijah Benton. Here's the payoff. Briggs goes. Tapped out in front of the plate. Benton hustling, and he is hit. Briggs advances to third on the throw. Benton seems unbothered. So runners now on the corners, bringing up the second baseman, Casey Burkroff. Runners on the corners, 2 down, bringing up Casey Burkroff, getting his first look tonight at Blandino. Benton takes off, and he will have second base uncontested. He was trying to get in a rundown to allow Briggs to score, but the Americans paid him no mind. So 2 men in scoring position now for Burkroff. And they'll say Blandino balked. So Briggs will score. Benton will move up to third. And the scoreless tie is broken here in the bottom of the second as the Red Wings take a 1-0 lead. Count 0-1 on Burkroff. Fouled back here. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Blandino. Ground ball to Ramos. Fires across the diamond. And that will end the inning. But the Red Wings score 1 on a Blandino balk. Red Wings 1-0 through 2. Welcome back here in the top of the third inning. Americans' leadoff hitter is Alan Ramos, the shortstop today. Fly ball out to Benton. Ranges a couple steps to his left. One pitch, one out. Here's Tommy Mathey. Called strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Thomas. He has been living on the corners early in this start. And working quickly right back on that outside corner. So the 10-hole hitter Mathey quickly down 0-2. Thomas gets his sign. The windup. It's going to dunk into left center field for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Americans. And they are back to the top of the order. Here's Grant Moore. Called strike on the outside corner. And ball gets past Barron. That'll be scored a pass ball. That'll allow Mathey to move up to second. Ball and a strike on Moore. The pitch fouled off. So a ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Moore. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fought off. Still 1-2. The 1-2 pitch once more. Slide step. Missed outside. Didn't quite finish his pitch. Count 2-2. Madrid gives it a chase, but he runs out of room. Long at bat here for Grant Moore. Mathey on second, itching to take third. Thomas looking to put him away on 2-2. Here's the pitch, lifted in the air out to left center field, and it's going to dunk in front of Briggs for a base hit. Mathey will score from second base. It's an RBI single for the leadoff hitter Moore, and we are tied up at ones here in the top of the third. Thomas did not allow a hit through the first 2 innings. And the move to first, just back in time. Runner takes off. That ball is fouled on the third base line. Checks on him again. Big lead over there for Moore. Third pickoff attempt. Count 0-1 on Evan Core at the plate. Fly ball. Benton is under it. 2 down. Moore will retreat back to first. That'll bring up Ethan Madison here with a man on first and 2 down. First pitch, swings through it. Strike 1. Thomas very worried about Moore, the man on first. Still working ahead of these Americans batters as the count is 0-1 on Madison. Dribbler down the third base line. Madrid gets to it in foul territory. Moore took off on the pitch. Count 0-2 on the extra hitter, Ethan Madison. Ground ball. Fogg fields and fires, makes it look easy for the final out of the inning. But the visiting Americans scratch one across on an RBI single off the bat of Grant Moore. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left on base. Tied up at ones, Red Wings due up in the bottom of the third. Leadoff man here for the Red Wings in the bottom of the third will be the left fielder, Jack Turner. First pitch cut on and missed. Strike one. Swings through the fastball again. So the count quickly 0-2 on Jack Turner. Blandino on 0-2. Just got a piece of it that time, did Turner, to stay alive. The 0-2 pitch once more, missed upstairs. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. The putout is retired by Delanto. It's a strikeout for Blandino. Here's Jaden Madrid. Bounce. Count 3-0 on Jaden Madrid. Madrid, the 10-hole hitter. This is his first at-bat of the day off of Blandino. Misses low and outside. A 4-pitch walk to Jaden Madrid to turn the order over for the designated hitter, Zach Banks. Man on first, one down for the power hitter, who can also put it in play. Batting over 400 this season, Zach Banks. Banks had a homer yesterday in the doubleheader of Game 1 at Colburn Park versus the Pilots. His first of the year. Slide step. And it gets past Delanto. Madrid will be into second, standing. Now a runner in scoring position for the leadoff hitter.
Besides the lines, I mean, it's a pretty big field. They go like out instead of like curve, which is good for me as a pitcher.
Fastball count here for Zach Banks. Madrid on second in scoring position. Banks is scoring around a bunt early, drawing the third baseman in. He dared Blandino to throw a strike, and he did. He got a pitch to hit. Madrid takes off, got a great jump to throw down. He held on to it, and it wouldn't have been nearly in time. Stolen base for Jaden Madrid. The pitch was called a ball. Count 3-1 to Zach Banks. Infield in for the Americans. 3-1. It's fouled out of play. Count moves to full. Here's the payoff from Blandino. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Banks down on strikes. Here is Chase Fogg. Fogg 0 for 1 today. Looking to score Madrid from third. Americans will draw the infield back now that there's 2 outs. Play is to first. Ground ball. Softly hit to the third baseman. Miller throws to first, and it will retire the side. So the Red Wings unable to plate Madrid, and it will be 1-1 heading to the top of the fourth. Here is the catcher, Paul Delanto, the leadoff man here in the top of the fourth for the Niagara Falls Americans. First 2 pitches are off the plate. Count 2-0 to Delanto. Cut on and missed on 2-0. Count 2-1. Looked like a changeup from Thomas. Misses inside. 3-1 to the leadoff man, Paul Delanto. Thomas on 3-1. Called strike, and Delanto thought he had a walk. He threw his bat away. I'm sure the home plate umpire will not take kindly to that. Count moves to full on the catcher, Delanto. And if you're the catcher, you really don't want to do that. You'd rather have him on your side. Thomas sets on 3-2. Swing and a miss, tipped into the glove. Strike 3. One down. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Dalton Harper. Unfortunate turn of events for the previous hitter, Paul Delanto. He thought he had a walk, and instead he is back to the bench after he was down on strikes. Great pitching from Thomas, coming back in the count. But you don't want to keep working from behind. Count is now 2-0 on Dalton Harper. Bounced out in front of home plate, so count 3-0. And he hit him with the slider on 3-0. Harper probably will not take kindly to that. 4-pitch walk, nonetheless, bringing up the second baseman, Ian Wang. Just the second walk of the day for Dawson Thomas. So far, he's through 3 1/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 3 batters. Barron going out to settle down Thomas, as the home plate umpire takes a slow trot to break it up. Big lead at first for Harper. And he takes off, dribbled down the first base line. Foul. You would like to see Wang hold up there. Obviously pretty difficult as a lefty batter to see the runner taken off from first, but Harper looked like he had that base stolen for certain. Looked down to his third base coach. Hit and run might have been on. Harper getting antsy over at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Missed upstairs. So now a ball and a strike on Ian Wang. Ground ball to the backhand of Fogg. And he'll knock it down, but he cannot make the play. It will be an infield single for Ian Wang. Runners now on first and second, bringing up Graydon Miller. Americans getting some traffic on the bases here in the top of the fourth, men on first and second. Thomas struggling with the command here in the top of the fourth. 2-0 on Graydon Miller. Cut on and missed. There's the swing and miss we've seen all day from Thomas. Ground ball to the backhand of Fogg. He fires to second. They'll get one there. Moore was rounding third. He's got to be careful. So they'll get one, and there'll be two down in the inning. Runners on the corners now, bringing up Brady Bowles. There is a huge gap in between the third baseman and the shortstop, and the second baseman and the first baseman. Middle infielder shaded up the middle. Ball and a strike now on the batter Bowles. Thomas on 1-1. Missed low with the slider. 2-1. Checks on the runner at first. Tipped into the glove. Swinging strike. 2-2 now on the batter Bowles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Runners on first and third for the Americans. Thomas looking for his second strikeout of the inning to get out of this jam unscathed. The righty deals, and he misses outside. The count moves to full on the 8-hitter. The payoff pitch. Fouled back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner from first will be released. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Excuse me. Strike 3 called. Caught the top of the zone. 4th strikeout as Thomas sends Bowles packing here in the top of the 4th. Gets out of trouble. Tied up at 1s heading to the bottom of the 4th. Red Wings due up. Here in the bottom of the fourth at McDonough Park, the leadoff man for the Red Wings is Aiken Santana. Santana batting over 400 on the season. He is 0 for 1 today. Line drive out to center field. Moore makes a nice play, heading back toward the warning track for the first out of the inning. Uchi right on the cusp of the Mendoza line, batting 200 on the season. Takes a big hack and fouls it off. It's 1-1 to Michael Uchi. Misses upstairs with the slider, just barely. Looked like a similar pitch to the one that the Americans were retired on in the previous frame. 2-1 pitch to Uchi. Lifted in the air, down the right field line. First baseman Miller makes the play near the Red Wings bullpen for the second out. Two down in the inning, bringing up the catcher, Zane Barron. Barron on the Mendoza line as well, batting 200 after he was 0 for 1 in his first at-bat. First pitch to him from Blandino is a strike on the outside corner. And not many at-bats for Uchi and Barron, so I don't mean to put them down. Just trying to call it like it is. Count 0-1 on Barron. Excuse me, 1-1 on Barron. And that ball is ripped out to center field. It'll stay up for Moore to end the inning. Side retired in order by Blandino. We'll be back here in the top of the fifth inning. Back here in the top of the 5th inning, we are moving quickly through this game, tied up at 1s. There's 4 total hits between the teams. Leadoff man here is Alan Ramos, and he is quickly down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Thomas spiked it, so it is 1-2. Ground ball past Madrid and through the left side for a leadoff single. Thomas has been living on that outside corner to left-handed batters today. First pitch to Mathey in their first strike. Fouled back here. Ugh. '79th pitch of the day coming here from Dawson Thomas on 0-2. Here's the pitch. Soft ground ball, and it was fouled off of Mathey's foot. Lifted in the air out to left field. Turner giving chase. And it's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. Ramos will retreat back to first. Here's Grant Moore with a man on first and one down. Runner goes from first, pitch fouled off. Thomas sets on 1-1. Fouled back. Oh no, this netting is proving to be an issue. We will get this solved in between innings. I'll do my best. Apologies for that, folks. Soft ground ball. Thomas hustles off the mound. Santana calls him off. And runs through the speedy Moore for the second out. Ramos advances to second on the play. I've got somebody on it right now to fix this camera. We're going to cut a hole in this netting, hopefully, and that problem will not happen any longer. Soft pop-up. Santana makes the loud call-off. So an easy out by Core. Red Wings due up here in the bottom of the fifth. Welcome back here to the bottom of the fifth. Blandino threw 4 strong. Just 1 hit allowed, 1 earned run, walked 2, and struck out as many. Leadoff man here for the Red Wings is Dylan Briggs. Again, bear with us here on the broadcast as we have somebody working on it right now to try and get that camera situation all fixed out. If it isn't one thing, it's another. So a ball and a strike on the leadoff man, Dylan Briggs. Painted on the inside corner from Blandino, strike 2. The righty sets on 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Missed upstairs with the breaking ball, 2 and 2. Just got a piece of it. Took it right out of Delanto's glove to stay alive on 2 and 2. Great long at bat here for Dylan Briggs. Blandino on 2-2 once more. Ground ball hit hard to the shortstop, Ramos. He backhands and fires to first in time. Great play on both ends by Ramos at short and Miller, who picked it out at first. One down. Great play by Ramos to rob Briggs of a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fifth. Squares around a bunt. It's popped up, and Miller could not get there in time. Benton will get a second life. Front hip breaking ball in there for a strike. So Benton quickly down 0-2 after he bunted the first pitch foul. Man, I really do apologize about this view on the camera here, guys. It's going to be resolved in between innings. I'll do my best to give you the happenings of the game. Benton fouls it back. You know what? I'll get the second camera out, and that's what we'll do for now. So the 0-2 once more to Elijah Benton, and it is past the diving try of the first baseman Miller for a single. Great at-bat from Elijah Benton, who was behind in the count, and that will bring up Casey Burkroff. I'm going to try to get you guys on the viewers at home a better view here. Just bear with me for a few moments. Burkroff rips one down the right field line and fair for a base hit. Benton is rounding second and heading to third. Burkroff motors into second for a one-out double. Runners on second and third for Jack Turner. This will just be for this inning, as Turner is quickly down 0-2 against Blandino. Blandino sets on 0-2. It is bounced. A great stop back there by Delanto, holding Benton on third. Still one down in this inning. Big spot here for Jack Turner. Missed upstairs to Turner. Count moves to 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Blandino. Fought off. Turner putting up a fight. Red Wings can take the lead here. We've been knotted up at ones for a few innings now. Red Wings scored in the bottom of the second, and the Americans came back and scored in the top of the third. The pitch. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. Turner, his second strikeout of the day in a big spot. Blandino's third strikeout of the day, and that'll bring up Jaden Madrid. Ground ball hits softly to the shortstop, Ramos. Ramos has been great over there today. Finished every routine play, and he made that one look easy. So the Red Wings threaten, but can't get one across. Still tied up at ones. We'll head to the sixth. Back-to-back swings and misses here for the leadoff man in the top of the sixth, Ethan Madison. Thomas back out there for his sixth inning of work as Madison fouls it away. No 2 once more. Popped up. Barron gives it a look, and that one will make the seats. Madison 0 for 2 today, looking to avoid going 0 for 3. Fighting off pitches here on 0 and 2. Dawson Thomas gives a look in, gets his sign, and here's the pitch. Ground ball. Past the diving shortstop for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Ethan Madison. Hopefully that camera angle is good for everybody watching at home. Good stop back there by Barron.
Yeah, I've known him since high school. So we had each other for like 6 years, 5 years now. He's got a really good pop too.
Runner takes off, and that ball is a base hit to left field. Turner bobbled it, but it is back-to-back singles for the Americans, who are threatening to break the tie here in the top of the sixth. And as Dawson Thomas's pitch count is creeping up there, here comes the head coach for the Red Wings. Thomas today has thrown 92 pitches. Red Wings have somebody warming out there in the bullpen. So the Red Wings will make a call to the bullpen. It will be Smitty Washington IV. Dawson Thomas giving him an animated rundown of what to expect from this Americans lineup. So he will be responsible for the men on first and second here in the top of the sixth. Dawson Thomas has pitched a fine game up until this point. His final line, unless these two runners should score: 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. So here is Dalton Harper. The man standing on the mound now is Smitty Washington IV. Looking to strand these runners on first and second. And the first pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Good start for Smitty. Missed upstairs with the fastball. 1-1. Pass ball allows the men on first and second to move into scoring position. So the count is 2-1 on the batter, Dalton Harper. Just missed above the zone. Count moves to 3-1. First base is open should Washington walk the batter here. The 3-1. Foul ball into the home bullpen. Count moves to full on Dalton Harper. Payoff pitch from Smitty Washington. Missed inside, so he walked him. Great at bat by Dalton Harper. And now the bases are loaded. That'll bring up Ian Wang. Still no outs here in the inning. Corners in, middle infield playing back for the double play. Wang is 1 for 1 with a walk today. Ground ball hit over the leaping try of the first baseman. 1 run will score. The throw comes to third instead of home. And Wang headed into second. The ball gets away, and that will allow the 3rd run to score. So the wheels have fell off here in the top of the 6th. And the Americans take a 4-1 lead. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Graydon Miller. Americans have taken a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Washington on 2-2. Missed upstairs. Count moves to full on Graydon Miller.
We're at the same school right now, but I'm transferring to a different school.
The payoff pitch to Miller is a high fly ball out to Turner. And he will make the easy catch. The first out of the inning is finally retired for the Red Wings, bringing up Brady Bowles. Ball gets past Barron behind the dish, allowing the runner to move up to third.
On the left? That's one of them. There's two? Okay, there's another one? Nope, it's in the office. What? It's in the office building. I'll figure it out. Listen, so you go in the side door over here by the bathroom? Yeah. Take a right.
Misses outside with the fastball, so the count 2-0 on Brady Bowles.
On the other one, it's a light switch as well.
Misses a couple balls outside. The 3-0 pitch. Misses low. He walks him on 4 pitches. Smitty Washington, the fourth, struggling with command here in relief, bringing up the shortstop, Alan Ramos. Here is Alan Ramos. Ball misses low and outside for ball 1. Checks the runner at first. Nice pick to save an error over there by Santana. Runner takes off from first, and it is a swinging strike. No throw by Barron. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Missed upstairs. So 2-1 on Ramos. That one is in there for a strike right down the middle. Ramos missed a pitch to hit. Count moves to 2-2. Washington on 2-2. Just missed inside. Count moves to full. Here's the payoff pitch from Washington. Is caught on a line by Santana over at first for the second out. Here is Tommy Mathey. Mathey grounds it to Burcroft. Burcroft makes the routine play for the final out of the inning. Washington finally able to work out of the inning. Both runs score that were from Thomas and another one from Washington. So the Americans take a 4-1 lead here in the top of the sixth. Here is Zach Banks, the leadoff hitter, leading off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Red Wings looking to get something going after they gave up 3 runs in the top of the frame and now trail by as many. Another swing and a miss for Banks. Banks and an 0-2 count. The 0-2 missed low and away. So a ball and 2 strikes on Banks. Banks is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Landino's 1-2. Hard hit ground ball. Wang fields and fires for the first out. First pitch to Fogg is a front hip slider for strike 1. Check swing, the appeal to first. He did not go around. Could have been a called strike either way. The 1-1. Fouled back here. One-two once more to Fogg. Missed outside. Delanto liked the location from Blandino, who is out there for his 6th inning of work. Popped up. Miller is under it. 2 down. Fastball just missed on the outside corner. It looked good from up here. Out in front of the breaking ball. Nice pitch from Blandino. 1-1. Blandino's 83rd pitch coming. That ball is grounded softly to Ramos up the middle. And the ball is up the line, but Miller able to stretch and hang on for the final out of the inning. Americans score 3 in the 6th. The Red Wings cannot answer. 4-1 through 6. Top of the order here in the top of the 7th inning for the Niagara Falls Americans. Grant Moore takes the first pitch, a breaking ball that doesn't bite, outside for ball one. Three straight pitches missed up and away from Pearson in relief of Washington IV. That one on 3-0 is in there for a strike. Foul back, count moves to full on the leadoff man, Grant Moore. So Moore works a leadoff walk, passing the baton to Evan Core. Evan Core 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Runner takes off from first. The throw down from Barron is not in time. It'll be a stolen base for Grant Moore. So Stephen Pearson, the righty from Australia, struggling with his command so far in the early part of his relief appearance. Here is the 3-0 pitch to Evan Core. Inside corner, strike one. That one misses up and in. It's a 5-pitch walk to Evan Core, bringing up Ethan Madison. Ethan Madison comes into this at bat, batting 1 for 3 on the day. Throw down to third, and it takes Madrid's glove off. A double steal for the Americans, and runners now on second and third with no outs for the extra hitter. As I was saying, Madison 1 for 3 today with a run scored. Batting .321 on the year. Clips the outside corner for strike one. 2 balls and a strike on Ethan Madison. Hard hit ground ball through the left side. It's a base hit. 1 run will score. Core holds up at third. An RBI single for Ethan Madison. 5-1 Niagara. Here's Paul Delanto with runners on the corners. Pickoff move to first. Hard hit ground ball through the left side, the exact same spot. Runner will score from third. Back-to-back RBI singles for the Americans. They lead 6-1. So here is Dalton Harper. That one misses way outside from Pearson. Barron had no chance at that one. And runners now on second and third. Ground ball right back to Pearson, checks the runner at third and gets the out at first. So the runners will stay put. And that is the first out. Here is the second baseman, Ian Wang. Last time he was up, he plated 2 on an RBI double. That one is lifted in the air out to left field. Jack Turner settles under it. And it's a bluff by the runner at third. He'll stay put. There's the second out. Pearson steps off, trying to settle himself down as he deals 2 straight balls to Miller. That one misses low, so the count 3-0. First base is open should Pearson walk him. The 3-0 in there for a strike. One misses way outside. The runner will hold at third. He may have been able to steal a run there, but nonetheless, it's a walk to Graydon Miller. So now the base is loaded, 2 outs for Steven Pearson. Brady Bowles, a big opportunity here to bust this game wide open. The Americans have taken a 5-run lead here in this inning. They scored 3 in the top of the 6th. They've scored 2 so far here in the top of the 7th. The Red Wings' lone run came back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Run scored by Jaden Madrid. Popped up in foul territory. First baseman Santana just out of his reach. Looked like he was hesitant of running into the fence. Plenty of room, but couldn't make the play. So the count is 0-2 on the batter, Brady Bowles. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. It was there. Pearson knew it. Americans score 2. They take the lead. 6-1 Americans. Red Wings due up in the bottom of the 7th. So a new pitcher in for the Americans, Robert Leach. Uchi stands on first. Hopefully no more problems with the camera setup. A ball and 2 strikes now to the catcher, Zane Barron. Ground ball to Ramos. Ramos in the hole, and Barron hustled it out, so an infield single. Men now on first and second, bringing up Dylan Briggs. Fastball on the inside corner. Great pitch from Robert Leach. It had some heat on it. Standing straight up and down, squaring around to bunt. And they'll say he went around, that says the home plate umpire. Briggs does not agree. The 0-2 pitch from Leach. Inside, just missed Briggs. Sits on the breaking ball and hits it into right field. Everybody will advance 1 base. So a single, and the Red Wings threatening here in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Leach is blowing it by these guys. The 1-1 from Leach. Breaking ball at the top of the zone. Missed upstairs. 2-1. Ground ball. Fouled on the first base line. Freeman in a 2-2 count against Leach. Leach from the windup. The righty deals. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Freeman down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Casey Burkroff checked his swing. Umpire called it a strike, nonetheless, on the outside corner. Tried to go to the slider, but missed up and away. Leach misses low. It's 3-1, and there is nowhere to put Casey Burkroff. Uchi on third, Barron on second, and Briggs on first. Here's the pitch. Missed upstairs. Burkroff works a walk and gets himself an RBI. The Red Wings get back on the board. It is 6-2, bringing up Jack Turner. Jack Turner 0 for 2 today, 2 Ks. Swings through the slider. So Turner quickly down 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. 0-2 count on Turner. Leach deals up and in. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Turner, the golden sombrero, and a big strikeout for Leach. He'll have to retire Jaden Madrid, who's up now, should he want to get out of this inning unscathed. First pitch to Madrid is low for ball 1. Red Wings need to capitalize here to stay in this game. That ball is poked and grabbed on a line by Wang at second to end the inning. Nice play. And Robert Leach works into and out of trouble. He gives up a run, but strands 3, 6-2 Americans after 7. So here is Alan Ramos, the leadoff man for the Americans here in the bottom of the eighth. Excuse me, the top of the eighth. The Americans came into this game on a 4-game win streak, averaging 8.5 runs across the last 4. They've scored 6 here so far, 5 in the last 2 innings. Looking to add to their 4-run lead. And a late square round to bunt. Didn't quite get it out in front of him. It'll be a foul ball for strike 1. 9-10-1 due up for the Americans. John McGowan, the sidewinder, in relief of Pearson. The 2-1 missed outside. 3-1. Swing and a miss. So the count moves to full on Alan Ramos. Payoff pitch from McGowan. Line out to Santana. Easy play for him. 1 down. Clips the outside corner, so it is 1-1 on Tommy Mathey. Mathey 1 for 3 today with a run scored as he takes outside 1-2. McGowan looking for the swing and a miss. His 2-2. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. Tipped into the glove of Barron for the second out. Two up, 2 down against McGowan, and here is the leadoff man, Grant Moore. The 2-0 pitch to Moore. Clips the outside corner, 2-1. Tapper. Foul ball. McGowan looking for his second strikeout on 2-2. Missed is low. So the count moves to full on the leadoff man, Moore. Moore reaches for the second time today. Evan Core due up. Runner takes off, and Barron lost it on the transfer. So Moore will move up to second. Count 2-0 on Core at the plate. Misses inside now, 3-0. And that one misses inside. So a 4-pitch walk to Evan Core. So McGowan retired the first two batters and has allowed the next two to reach this, via the walk. The 9-10 hitters were easy for him, and then Grant Moore came up, one of the best hitters in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. He walked Moore, he walked Core, and Ethan Madison looking to pass the baton. Count now 2-0, and the runner takes off. Barron concedes. 2 runners in scoring position for Madison. Madison did not like the call. Called strike. 2-1. Ripped through the left side, and 1 run will score. Another run is coming home, and he'll score. No slide. He didn't need it. So 2 runs score on an RBI single off the bat of Ethan Madison. 8-2 Americans here in the top of the 8th. As I said, McGowan retired the first 2 batters, and the next 2 batters he faced got on via the walk, and both of them come around to score. After a passed ball from Barron allows them to move up to second and third, and an RBI single by Ethan Madison. Shallow fly ball out to left field, and a diving catch made by Turner to end the inning and stop the bleeding. The Americans score 2. Red Wings looking to answer in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Zach Banks struggling in this game, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. That strikeout came in a big spot. First pitch from Robert Leach looked like it caught the part of the zone that the umpire has been calling all night, but no call that time. Banks fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Delanto going out to have a chat with Robert Leach. Backdoor slider from Leach after the meeting on the mound. So the count now 1-2 on Banks. Able to catch a piece of it and stay alive. Still 1-2. The 1-2 from Leach. Ripped to Wang. Wang makes it look easy. 1 down. High fly ball out to right field. Core in foul ground near the bullpen and makes the catch up against the fence. 2 down. 2 down. That'll bring up Aiken Santana. Santana 0 for 3 today. Only 4 Red Wings batters have a hit today. Elijah Benson has 2 of those. Zane Barron, Dylan Briggs, and Casey Burkroff all share 1. 2 balls and a strike on the 3-hole hitter Santana. Checks his swing, the appeal to first. No. Called strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch from Leach. Count now is full on Santana. Santana looking to reach for the first time today, and he will not. Leach gets him to swing through the high fastball for strike 3. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Americans by 6. Here is Dalton Harper, the designated hitter, getting his 4th at-bat of the day. Harper fouls it back. McGowan ahead 1-2. Here's the pitch. Misses low. 2-2. Fought off again. Still 2-2. McGowan looking to put him away. Here's the pitch. Great at bat here by Dalton Harper. Harper hit twice, walked once. 0 for 1 in his only qualifying at bat. The third 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Madrid. Madrid shuffles and fires. Here is Ian Wang. Wang 2 for 3 today. 2 RBIs and a walk. Batting .310 if you add in the hits from today. First pitch from McGowan. A called strike. Harper got a piece of it, fouled it away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the designated hitter, Dalton Harper. Excuse me, Dalton Harper is just retired. This is Ian Wang. McGowan misses outside. Count is full. Ripped and past a diving Burcroft for a base hit. Here's Graydon Miller in his 5th at-bat of the day. 0 for 3 with a walk. .267 average. Checks on the runner. To no avail. McGowan struggling with command, missing inside in the same spot, and the count moves to 3-0 on Graydon Miller. That time it hit him. Miller with his 2nd walk of the day, this time via the hit by pitch. Now up to bat is Brady Bowles. Here is Brady Bowles. Bowles 0 for 3 as well with a walk. 3 strikeouts today. Couldn't decide on it. Called the ball. 1-1. The 2-1 pitch is lofted in the air out to Freeman and right down the line in foul territory. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag from second and head to third. Now runners on the corners with 2 down. Ramos looking to drive somebody in and added their 6-run lead. Ramos 1 for 4 today. Swings through the fastball. Quickly down 0-2. McGowan sets and fires on 0-2. Yanks it. Missed far outside. Count moves to 1-2. Ramos. Foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McGowan sets and fires. Misses inside. Count moves to full. He has dealt 3 straight balls to Alan Ramos. There is a base open should he walk him. But McGowan will not want to lose him here. Payoff pitch. Runner takes off from first. It is a line drive back up the middle for a base hit. Misplayed by Briggs out there in center. A run will score. Wayne comes in. And the Americans now lead 9-2. McGowan, quick pitch. Misses outside. 1-1. Misses low. So 3-1 on Tommy Mathey. takes a healthy hack, swings through the tailing fastball. Count moves to full. McGowan on 3-2. Just missed outside. Ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for the leadoff man, Grant Moore. Grant Moore takes a strike, painted on the outside corner. Moore is 1 for 3 today. 2 runs scored, a run batted in, and 2 walks. Generous call on the outside corner, so the count moves to 2-2. Three-two, 2 outs. The pitch from McGowan. Fouled into the visiting dugout. The runners were going as they were released on 3-2. Payoff once more. Line back up the middle and past the diving shortstop for a base hit. 1 run scores, a second will come around. It is 11-2 Americans, and they have broken it open here in the top of the 9th. Grant Moore continues his hot hitting. He's got 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Big cut and a miss. 0-2 on Core. Ground ball to Burkroff. There is the final out of the inning. The Americans score 3. They've scored in the last 4 frames. They lead by 9. And the Red Wings will get their final ups. Robert Leach back out there for another inning of work in relief. The 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Red Wings. They're up against it, trailing by 9 here in the bottom of the ninth. Uchi getting his 4th at-bat today. He is 1 for 2 with a walk. Luke Blandino in line for the win. He twirled a gem today, 6 innings pitched. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. As Uchi takes a pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Count 1-2. Leach stares in on 2-2. Here's the pitch to Uchi. Hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Ramos puts him away for the first out of the inning. Barron skies one out to right field and foul. Just missed outside. Ball and a strike to Barron. Leach misses inside, 3-1. Fought off by Barron, and the count is full. Three-two pitch, missed low and away. So Barron works a 1-out walk, passing the baton to Dylan Briggs. Popped up. Miller ranging over in foul ground, and he dropped it. There's a hole in his glove. Looked like he had settled under it, but got a little bit nervous around that fence area. Briggs will get another life. Runner goes. It'll be a defensive indifference. again. Barron takes off. Two-two pitch coming from Robert Leach. Fought off and grabbed on a line over there at first by Miller for out number 2. Braden Freeman. Struck out tonight in his only at-bat. Poked down the left field line and it foul. Subbed into the game halfway through for Elijah Benton. Freeman rips one out to right center field. It's going to dunk in. Barron rounding third. He'll score easily. Braden Freeman adds to his batting average and gets a ribby. Here's Casey Burkroff. Burkroff, and that should do it. Settles under it, does core, and that will be the final out of the inning. The winning pitcher, Luke Blandino, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. And Robert Leach finished out the rest of the game. The Americans come into Geneva, New York and knock off the Red Wings. It was a close game for a while, tied up at 1s up until the 6th inning, when the Americans scored 3, and then 2, and then 2, and then 3 from the 6th inning on to eventually win 11-3. They had 13 hits to the Red Wings 6. They have won their 5th straight game, and the Red Wings had a winning streak, but it will end here. Thank you all for tuning into the broadcast tonight here on the Geneva Red Wings YouTube. Come back here tomorrow night where the Red Wings play a home game. First pitch scheduled for 6:30. Thank you all for tuning in. Take care, everybody.